Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
It is 5 miles of native bushes, plants, grasses, and wildflowers to attract the butterflies. So what's the big deal? And why are people mowing, dumping, and putting out stuff that shouldn't be there?
A 4-year-old girl rushed to the hospital after being shot. Tonight, new information about how it happened and where.
We begin with another night of severe weather in parts of southeast Michigan.
Tornado warnings issued earlier in the night. So, Ben, are we clear now?
We finally are, guys, and it was one pesky but powerful storm that prompted those 2 warnings that we were tracking earlier tonight. The one report that we did get in was from Sanilac County, and this was from the southern end just before the 9 o'clock hour, and you can see it's just outside of Peck, or Croswell, I should say, is where the funnel cloud was spotted. That was near Brown Road and Peck Road. Firefighters spotted that. Again, well, actually, it was just before 8 o'clock. No reports that it actually touched the ground. There was an elevated funnel. But as you look at the velocity data here, the wind data, you can see there were 2 warnings, one for southern end of Sanilac and the other one for the eastern portion of St. Clair County. But it was really that one cell. That was the only thing that we were tracking, and it did go severe and had the potential to produce that funnel cloud and possibly a tornado. That's the tightest wind that we saw, the tightest rotation that was just south of Sandusky, and that's what prompted that warning originally. We did get some pictures in from some of the shelf clouds. The leading edge of that was down in Kimball and North Street outside of Port Huron there in St. Clair County. Tomorrow we get a dry day, but Thursday we could be seeing more storms, and they could be severe again, this time a lot more of them. We'll track the timing of that, and when we talk to you again in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Guys.
Okay. Ben, thank you. New information tonight in the shooting of a 4-year-old girl on Detroit's east side. Police are now saying the girl was shot inside an apartment and not at the park like originally reported to police. Victor Williams is at Children's Hospital with how that little girl is doing.
Startling new information into what really happened to this poor 4-year-old girl who is now stable right here at Children's Hospital. We've been told that her being shot was actually the result of an accidental shooting after she got a hold of an unsecured gun.
I don't know what I would do if, like, my son was shot.
Parents on the east side of Detroit are having a difficult time accepting yet another child being shot. This time it was a 4-year-old whose father said the shooting happened at a local park. Chief James White, however, says his officers found no evidence of that whatsoever.
We did not find a scene. We did not find any witnesses.
Turns out the shooting actually happened at this apartment complex on Shane Court. The story about the incident happening at a park completely made up.
Oh, I looked at the story and I said, that's my building. So just knowing that it happened here, it's very unfortunate.
Regardless of the circumstances, it's a pain that Michael Horner knows too well, having a child fall victim to gun violence. Except in his situation, his son Rashad Kimball was gunned down and killed not too far from the area where the little girl was accidentally shot.
And just think about the young man. My son was 22 years old, and this little baby, 4 years old. Yeah, we got prayers for that baby, and God just to touch her, to lift her up and give her a chance to survive this nonsense.
And this is why exactly we have been stressing those free gun locks that are given out by DPD. We are going to be waiting, however, to see if any charges are going to be filed against the parents. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor. New tonight, Local 4 is learning the CEO of the Great Lakes Water Authority is planning to step down tomorrow. Sources tell Local 4 Sue McCormick is set to retire. It comes after weeks of severe flooding in the area that damaged thousands of homes. The Great Lakes Water Authority Board of Directors will meet tomorrow at 2 p.m. to discuss the leadership change.
Stop mowing, dumping, and putting your personal effects on government property. That's the word from Macomb Public Works tonight to those who live along the Sterling Relief Drain. Mara McDonald in Sterling Heights tonight. Mara, the concern is damaging the landscape, which in turn causes drain problems.
You know, the entire length of the drain has been planted specifically with native grasses, shrubs, wildflowers, you name it, all in an attempt to have a natural, almost sponge to filter out pollutants before it ends up in Lake St. Clair.
A lot of waste of money.
Neighbors along the drain have been very vocal over the years about what they wanted and what they didn't want here. They canned the idea of a nature path, and instead the drain was made to look less like pipes and more like a creek surrounded by native plants and wildflowers meant to attract butterflies.
It's a bunch of weeds. And they've done it for 2 years now, and I've called Candace Miller, and they directed me to Ann Arbor, and they said, you know, this company puts all these plants down.
While not everybody is happy with the aesthetics, they are there for a reason. But over the years, a few of the people who live along here have treated the property beyond the fence line as an extension of their yard. So we sent Drone 4 up to investigate. Sure enough, you can see what they're talking about. Gardens as well as clear cutting.
I mean, come on, what's a garden, 20 by 20 feet? You till it over and it saves them from cutting it anyways. I mean, and you grow some plants, get something organic out of the problem, you know? I mean, I don't see any problem with that.
You can't do that, not only because it's government property, but by altering the plantings, you alter what this is designed to do, which is suck up nitrogen, phosphorus, and sediment so it doesn't end up in Lake St. Clair. Macomb Public Works Director Candace Miller sending out a letter to neighbors informing them, please stop any mowing or dumping of yard waste or putting things up like benches and kiddie pools beyond the fence line.
I don't need the neighbors out there mowing all of this down. It's not supposed to look like a golf course. It is native habitat.
Miller is really hopeful that residents will get this letter and that they will abide by it. She doesn't want to have to pull some enforcement thing and start citing people for violating it. The issue is that this was all planted specifically. A whole lot of time and money has gone in here. She hopes that everybody will get on board. We're in Sterling Heights. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Well, tonight there's new CDC guidance for wearing masks indoors and in schools.
The CDC recommends all students and teachers wear masks at school this fall. It also recommends all people in counties where the virus is spreading rapidly wear masks indoors, regardless of whether they're vaccinated. Right now, no Southeast Michigan county falls under the CDC's recommendation to wear masks indoors. Governor Whitmer says she doesn't expect another mask mandate here in Michigan.
I do not anticipate another pandemic order, not in the near future and maybe not ever. The fact of the matter is we now know a lot more about this virus. We have vaccines. The best way to stay safe is to get vaccinated. We're really strongly encouraging everyone to do just that.
Right now, just over 63% of Michiganders age 16 and older have received at least one vaccine dose.
Detroit City Councilman Andre Spivey anticipates being indicted by federal prosecutors over a $1,000 payment 3 years ago. The indictment has not yet been unsealed, but Local 4 has learned he allegedly accepted the payment from an undercover police officer. It is unclear what the $1,000 was supposed to be for or what the expectation was in return for the money. Spivey currently represents District 4. He has already announced he will not be running for re-election this year. In Oakland County, a Troy man is now charged in connection with a road rage shooting on 696. 19-year-old Juan Garrotti is accused of opening fire on a tow truck last Friday. Police say he shot at the tow truck because he was angry the truck was in his way on 696 near Woodward. Tow truck driver was not hurt, fortunately. Police later tracked the car to a home in Troy. Garrotti is charged with a number of felonies, including assault.
City of Romulus will be the home of Ford's new Battery Research and Development Center. Company's new Ford Ion Park will help develop and manufacture lithium-ion and solid-state battery cells. The news comes after the company has made a commitment to ramp up the production of electric vehicles. The automaker announced in May it expects 40% of its global sales to be battery electric vehicles by the year 2030. Ion Park is set to open sometime next year.
Tonight, former Olympians joined NBC's Mike Tirico to talk about Simone Biles withdrawing from the team gymnastics competition.
Michael Phelps told Tirico he understands what Biles is going through.
You know, we carry a lot of things, a lot of weight on our shoulders. And it's challenging, especially when we have the lights on us and all of these expectations that are being thrown on top of us. So it broke my heart.
Meanwhile, gold medal winning gymnast, help me with this.
Nastia Lukin. Yeah.
Say it, Devin.
Nastia Lukin.
Okay,
Yep.
told Tirico she spoke with Simone Biles, who says she has not ruled out competing in the all-around competition on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, still ahead, new plans unveiled for a once busy shopping mall.
A look at the $400 million project that's moving forward at the old Northland Mall site.
And a teenager attacked while on vacation. What pulled her underwater while she was swimming at a popular resort in Mexico. Here's Paula.
The American women take gold in fencing at the Olympics. It triggers a memory for a local Olympian, and the memories, some of them, are chilling.